Hello and welcome back to the second part of our SimAgent tutorial. After our previous video, you should now have SimAgent downloaded and running from your desktop. We'll now go through the steps of running your first model through SimAgent using its two primary features. We've got the Simple Submit feature and the Parameter Sweep. Simple Submit will allow you to upload your file to a supercomputer, run it, and obtain the results. The parameter sweep has that same functionality, except it allows you to specify parameters in your code to automatically change over several runs and submit multiple jobs to that supercomputer all in parallel. Again, without any user interaction after you click that initial run button. So I've built a sample model for us to use, and you can download this and run it from your desktop to follow along. You want to go to https://github.com/tjbanks/spikingmodel, and you'll get a window a lot like this. We'll go to clone that directory, download as a zip file, and we'll save it to a good file location. So I've already downloaded that, so we will open that folder up now and extract what you have just downloaded, and that'll be the spiking model-master.zip. So go ahead and right click, extract all, and extract all these files. Alright, so we can close all that, close your browser, and return to the Single Jobs tab. Alright, so now we'll want to navigate to that directory in SimAgent. We'll select the directory that we just extracted. So spiking model-master, spiking model, and click select folder. SimAgent will give you a little pop-up that says it's going to create a directory to store results that it obtains. Just wants to make sure that it's okay with you. We'll go ahead and click yes, and SimAgent is now ready to run your model. We'll need to, from here, create a new job. You'll be given a window like this. Just fill out the SimJob name, and this is for your descriptive purposes. And when you run this the first time, you won't have servers to connect to. You'll need to create a new server connection. We'll name it my connection or my NSG, and the URL's probably going to stay the same, but you're going to fill out this username, password, and application name and ID. And to obtain an account on NSG, you'll generally follow these steps displayed on screen. If you have any troubles, you can contact NSG, you can contact me, and I can help you get that account. So you go ahead and click OK. Sometimes that goes back behind, so just pull that back up. And now you've got your MyNSG connection. You won't have to fill out that field every time or click anew every time you want to run a simulation. It's just going to be here. So go ahead and click a valid connection. We'll pick Neuron 7.5. This is a tool available on NSG. We'll want to select our main entry point for the code to be run. And now specify the number of nodes as 1, cores as 1. This is a relatively small model, so that's going to be okay. This doesn't use Python. We want NSG to send us status updates. We want NSG to delete the files on their servers after it's completed to save them space. And I don't want SimAgent to delete duplicated files on my desktop after the run. This is useful when you've got a large model and you want to save disk space, but right now I don't want that to happen. So we'll go ahead and click OK, and now you've got a simulation ready to be run. So go ahead and click Start. And when you do click Start, SimAgent is going to make sure that's really what you wanted, because from here we're going to zip up your code directory and ship it off to be run on that remote supercomputer. So when you click yes, the screen may freeze for a moment as it's being zipped and sent out. This is normal. This isn't currently a threaded task, so this is to be expected. So go ahead and click yes, and you'll get a refreshing icon here. You want to go ahead and check the log output over on here on the right. Verify that the template submit was a success. This means that your job is now running on NSG, and we will wait for it to complete. We'll be right back. So something else I'd like to mention, as it's running, you will get periodic status updates as to what's going on that remote side. So here it says that the files were successfully staged and it's now running on that supercomputer. To get real-time output and error, you go ahead and just check this checkbox here, the auto update server output, and if your program has any kind of output printed or error messages, then you will get them immediately instead of having to wait to download that directory and view those error messages in a file. So we'll go back to waiting, and I'll be right back as soon as the job completes. Alright, so we're back. Looks like our model only took about 5 minutes to run. Pretty good run time. And now that it's done, you'll see a green checkbox here in the status column. To view the results of your run, you go ahead and click the Open Results folder button up top here, and this will open up a window for a directory underneath your SimAgent results folder inside of your project directory. So as you can see here, all your files that you sent up and that were sent back. The main.hoc file that we sent to NSG to be run had a section of code to save a synaptic.txt file, and this is a voltage trace for a single spiking neuron. And if we go into our directory, we can definitely see that did run, and we did get our results as expected. So we'll go ahead and open that up, and indeed we do see a voltage trace. We take that further. Say you've got a separate analyzation script you want to run. Here I've got an analyze Python script. We'll go ahead and run that to see our results, and there we go. So now that we've run our single cell a single time, say we want to run it again with a different level of current injection, or perhaps again and again, all with different levels of that current being injected. This is where, again, SimAgent can help you. We'll go ahead and hop on over to the parameter search tab. Do the same selection of our directory. Our SimAgent results folder is going to be there, so you're not going to get the pop-up. We'll want to create a new parameter sweep. Title it test sweep, and OK. You get a prompt that lets you know that a snapshot of your project is going to be created. This is just for internal reasons. Say if you change a file in your project directory, you're going to have to create a new parameter sweep to get those changes. So we'll go ahead and click yes to create our sweep. You'll get a window similar to this with extra parameters. We'll go through these real quick. Sweep name is what you just entered. The maximum current running jobs is going to be the number of jobs that SimAgent is going to submit to NSG or that SSH server at the same time. So instead of just having one of your simulations being run, you can have tens or hundreds of the same simulation all at the same time without having to edit and re-upload and run the simulation again and again. So this works by creating a job template similar to our simple submission. We'll go ahead and click our previous settings that we had, and this is a template to be used by all of the other simulations that are going to be run. Click OK. So now, I missed a step there, didn't I? Back in our parameter sweep window, go ahead and create a new parameter, and we'll vary a variable in our main.hawk file, and this is where you will highlight the parameter that you want changed with each run. Go ahead and click Mark Selection, and say we want this to take on a range from 1 to 10, and it will fill in some variables. You can alternatively type in extra ones that you want. They don't have to be concurrent, they can be staggered. Go ahead and click Finish. It's going to display what you've got. Go ahead and click OK. And now you're ready to build your parameter sweep. So go ahead and click Build. And what SimAgent is going to do for you now is similar to how we created a single job over here. It's going to automatically create, alright, what do we have? 11 separate jobs to be run on NSG. So now verify our settings. We want 10 jobs to be run at the same time. Click OK, and you'll see that 10 over here, and start our sweep. So now we've got several of these jobs running. Alternatively, if you just want to have some starting, you can click on each individual job similar to the single jobs tab and start the job. Some other neat things you'll see over here is the parameter that you changed, the original as well as the changed value, just for your notes. Going back through and analyzing results. You can see that it's being submitted in the background. They're getting remote IDs, and we should have results to display similar to the previous demo. And from here, all of the same options. You can open that results folder, run your analysis tools, all from that same window. So I hope that, again, this is going to be a useful tool for you. I'd like to conclude the video by saying that for assistance, you can always contact me directly at tbanks@mail.missouri.edu. Alternatively, if you encounter any bugs or would like to see features added, feel free to open an issue ticket on GitHub at the GitHub site, and that's going to be here. github.com/tjbanks/SimAgentMPI. Thank you for your time.